This is the Civilization 4 NLL. Welcome to the Noble Leaders League, I am Kjotleik. This is the first division game between Willem van Oranje and Cyrus. Willem is number 6 in the league, 9 points, Cyrus number 12 with 6. Willem with 4 wins in his last 5 games, Cyrus with 2 wins and 3 defeats. These two leaders are heading the opposite direction when it comes to form. Willem is on a 3-game winning streak, while Cyrus is on a 3-game losing streak. And what more logical could there ever be than actually Cyrus winning this than to break both streaks? We'll just have to wait and see. Starting positions are here. This is Willem. Let's get the resource bubbles on for a moment. Next to a river, there is marble, there is stone, there are some sheep, there is fish all the way out here, there's also some uranium here, and there is sheep over here. He starts up in the north on this eastern starting continent, this big continent that shapes like this. There is also access to this continent without astronomy, but the rest in the west here, they will probably need astronomy. I'm not so sure if he can reach this one without. It depends. Cyrus then starting position. Next to a river there is rice, there are dyes, bananas, some clam, there is more clam, and then there is incense inside of here. So they are starting a fair distance away from each other. Let's see who can be the best at expanding and taking an early lead. Let's start the game. Here we are. Willem van Oranje versus Cyrus in round 8 of fixtures in the first division. 1 city each. Cyrus is in Buddhism. Willem has no religion yet. But we are expanding. They are expanding 2 cities each at the moment. And Willem is in Hinduism. And we see he is taking advantage of that fish also. 3 cities each, 4 cities. Cyrus is first to 4 cities, and Cyrus has settled a city on that continent that they had access to. Elsewhere he is going down the coastline, down south, and 6 cities Cyrus, 5 to Willem. Willem is in Christianity, Cyrus is in Buddhism. Cyrus is now pleased with Willem, but Cyrus is up to 8 cities, he is expanding better than Willem it seems. And getting monarchy Willem now, and Cyrus is also on monarchy while Willem researches metal casting. 11 cities Cyrus, he has expanded better than Willem in the early game. We are at turn 175, there it is, 175. 11 cities to 9, it's a small advantage Cyrus. I still think that Willem may be the favorite, but who knows. And Cyrus actually got to that mini continent down south as well, which means that he has a lot more land to settle. He has 13 cities now, and Willem is down to 0.7, the strength of Cyrus. But 14 cities to 9, Cyrus is getting ahead of the game here. He is expanding better than Willem, and now with 16 cities to 9, this is beginning to be an important lead for Cyrus now, getting theology as well, going engineering, while Willem is on liberalism now. 17 cities Cyrus, still only 9 for Willem. Willem is stuck on 9 until he gets astronomy, then going for guilds next Willem, while Cyrus is on education already, and Willem is down to 0.6, 0.5 the strength of Cyrus, but now Willem does go astronomy. 18 cities for Cyrus, 9 for Willem, and Cyrus got gunpowder now on nationalism. Willem has astronomy then. Can he start founding cities in the new world to close the gap? There it is, the first one up in the northwest for Willem. He's up to 10 cities now. Can he come back into contention in this game? Cyrus with 18 cities. Going military science, economics now for Willem, 18 cities to 10, and now Cyrus gets astronomy, but Willem has already settled another 2 cities in the new world. Willem is up to 12, Willem is on gunpowder, 18 to 12, favoring Cyrus. Cyrus going democracy, military science for Willem. We are at turn 295. 20 cities, Cyrus has settled also in the new lands now, 21 cities to 12, so Cyrus still has the advantage going for the replaceable parts, and Willem is on the democracy, 21 to 13, 21 to 14, 15. Willem is getting his cities up in the northwest, that continent connected to the Arctic. But 22 Cyrus cities, he's getting steel now, Cyrus. And there are privateers on the scene as well, 24 cities to 16. That is still a healthy advantage, Cyrus here. And Willem is only 0.5 the strength of Cyrus as well. So if Cyrus should ever drop down to cautious and decide to attack, 25 cities to 16, Cyrus is on physics. We are at turn 327, 330 almost. Willem going for the communism, getting that, but 27 cities for Cyrus to 16 for Willem. Willem going physics while Cyrus is going combustion. Turn 336, 17 cities now for Willem. He founded another one all the way up in the Arctic there. 28 cities to 17. Cyrus is getting on to assembly line while Willem is on steam power. Almost at turn 350, and we see there is coal near one of the cities. Okay, it looks like this is going to be a peaceful game, but there have been wars, late wars before. Willem is on railroad, Cyrus military tradition, and Willem gets rifling now while Cyrus is on electricity. So radio for Cyrus next. Willem is on combustion, 17 cities to 28, and Cyrus is better in score. He is has a bigger empire. If anyone is capable of winning domination, it would be Cyrus. He's getting industrialism up right now as well, while Willem is on artillery. Cyrus go plastics. Willem has not yet started thinking about the cultural victory because he hasn't touched his slider. That would probably be his best bet in this game now. Turn 380. Cyrus 28 cities, Willem 18 now, as he founded another one down in the Antarctic, but it's down to 0.4 the strength of Cyrus. Cyrus is 2.5 times as strong as Willem then, going rocketry while Willem got electricity. And on radio next Willem, and now Willem is trying to go for culture. Now Willem is on culture. He is trying for a cultural victory here. We are at turn 390. He is ending his golden age there. But he is still going culture, getting 2000 cultural points per turn. Will Cyrus see the danger and will Cyrus do something about it? I don't know. Cyrus is still pleased with Willem, so maybe he won't. Maybe he just won't. Maybe this is the play for Willem now. Maybe this is the big brain play to go for culture in this situation with 100 turns left of the game. 18 cities to 28. Willem could never have won a military victory in this game. He could have never won domination because Cyrus is just too strong. So Willem goes for culture instead, which is smart. 2,500 approximately cultural points per turn now for Willem. Chasing that cultural victory here today, Willem van Oranje. Will he be successful? Cyrus has completed the Apollo program though. He gets refrigeration now. He has 28 cities, so he clearly has the better, the more cities, the bigger empire and the better tech rate. Cyrus going for composites. Willem is still on radio, but he's getting 2,700, almost 3,000 culture per turn now. Cyrus has completed the United Nations, 28 to 18 it's the city count. It is probably going to stay that way unless somebody founds a city on one of the few islands that are left. Advanced flight next for Cyrus. Cyrus is clearly going space. Willem is going culture. Willem is getting 3,000 cultural points per turn. Will he reach the cultural victory condition before Cyrus can go into space? Turn 436 here now. This is interesting. Willem could do it. I think he started early enough, but I haven't seen any messages about legendary cities, but that is because of course there could have been one legendary that I missed. There is always the possibility to missing, and sometimes there are more than 6. And Cyrus has completed the casing. Sometimes there are more than 6 messages at any one time, and since the screen only shows 6 messages at a time, then there may be a possibility for missing some. radio for Willem, but he's getting 3,600 culture per turn at the moment. And robotics for Cyrus, but Cyrus is going slow on teching as well. Has Cyrus decided to go culture? He is teching really slowly. What is happening with Cyrus? Is he trying to go culture? He as well? This could be what saves. Cyrus has completed the casing. There is cereal mills getting incorporated. Turn 461. And Willem adopts free speech. Willem getting 5,600 culture per turn now. Willem van Oranje, and the Haag has reached legendary. The Haag has reached legendary. We know that he has at least one legendary city now. Willem, turn 467. Willem has at least one. Maybe he has two, because I could have missed one. So it could be an Ekbatana has reached legendary culture. Ekbatana, isn't that a Persian city? I think it is. So they are both trying to go for culture now. Turn 471. And Cyrus is at the same time building docking base. But there it is. It is Cyrus. It is Cyrus that wins the cultural victory. 2053 AD, turn 473. And Willem, he tried for a very, very long time, but he failed. He was too late. It was Cyrus that eventually got away with a cultural victory. Turn 473. There were no wars in this game. It was peaceful. Both of them tried to go for culture in the end. Both of them did build the Apollo program as well, so they could have tried to go for space. It was, however, Cyrus that did win the cultural victory in the end. Let's go and take a look at the stats. Here we are. In the score, we see Cyrus is number 1. GNP, we see, oh, Cyrus, yeah, something happened here. He started trying to go for culture. That's sure. Production, Cyrus, food, Cyrus, power, Cyrus, culture. That was Willem, because he tried early to go for a cultural victory, but then Cyrus came and took over and won a cultural victory in the end, so a lot of culture there. And espionage, that was actually Willem trying to catch up, but it was Cyrus. Demographic stand, Willem van Oranje with 6,000 GNP per turn versus 12,764. I don't know what is the current best GNP per turn. I have to check, so I will have to come back to you on that, if this is best or not. 1178 in production per turn is good. 994 is also very good in the food, although it's not 1,000. And we see the population 41.7 million for Willem, 99.3, almost 99.4 million, almost 100 million for Cyrus. If he had waited just a few more turns and got a few more cities to grow, one city more to grow, he could have broken the 100 million population threshold. He didn't do that. Approval rate is very high. Both are growing culture, of course. They are trading with each other as well. So this was, a good game. Let's go take a look at the wonders and the top 6 cities. Let's go to the bottom. 3 wonders in the BC era, Stonehenge, Oracle, Great Wall, and the rest in the ADs. Let's go back to the top. Persepolis is the number 1 city, Cyrus. Willem's Amsterdam is 2nd, and Tarsus of Cyrus is 3rd. Cyrus is also 4th. And Willem has the 5th and the 6th cities. Statistics then. Willem van Oranje, 18 cities built, 6 religions, 2 golden ages, currently 38 windmills, 35 towns and 27 lumber mills. He built in his city 17 granaries and then 16 of lighthouses, barracks and theaters, down to 9 Hindu temples. Let's go page down and see page 2, and here we have the wonders beginning. Let's go page down again and see that the last item on the list is the Kremlin that was also built. So let's go back to the top and see the current units of Willem. 46 riflemen, 17 workers, 9 semi-infantries, and he also has a caravel. He trained a total of 30 riflemen, 24 Christian missionaries, 23 longbowmen, 4 artilleries is there. Let's go page down and see that a great general is the last unit on the list. Kills then, 11 privateers, and losses are 2 frigates and 1 ship of the line. Let's go to Cyrus. 28 cities built, 1 religion, 3 golden ages, currently on 67 windmills, 64 towns, 24 farms. He built in his cities 28 granaries, 25 forges, 25 lighthouses as well, 7 observatories. Let's go page down, and here we see the creative construction, cereal mills and stuff. Let's go page down again and see another complete list. Sistine Chapel was built by Cyrus, important for cultural victories, and he did win it. So if Willem had gotten Sistine Chapel, I wonder if Willem would have gotten it. Let's go page down again and see Sid's Sushi as the last item on the list. That's it. So let's go to the top and look at the current units of Cyrus. He has 65 infantry, 28 workers, 18 gunships, and 1 great prophet. He trained a total of 36 Buddhist missionaries, 34 workers, 32 longbowmen, 6 tanks also as well there. Page down. 2 fighters. Let's go page down again, and we see that the battleship is the last unit on the list that he trained. Let's confirm the kills then. 2 frigates, a ship of the line, and the losses should then be 11 privateers. Let's go take a look at the victory conditions screen then. This is incredible! Take a look at this. These are the Persian cities: Tarsus 51,029, Utrecht 50,042. There are 6 legendary cities on the map, but it was Cyrus that got the cultural victory. He must have gotten it up to legendary a turn before? Willem? No? Yes? I think so, because he must have gotten it up to legendary turn for 72, and then Willem got it. I don't know. I don't really know why, because if there is a tie break, then it is the human, quote-unquote human player, the home player, and that is Willem in this case, that should have won it. But it was Cyrus that did win it, so I am really confused about this right now. suffice it to say, there are 6 legendary cities, and it was Cyrus that got the victory. Well, it was a deserved victory. He was the biggest leader, he had the most points, he had the most land, most population, so it is okay by me that he did win it, because it was a deserved victory. But I am confused as to why this happened, simply because when they both reached legendary on the same turn, then Willem should have won it, by turn order. So that confuses me. I have no answer to that one. I am, well, confused. Really, I'm just confused. Okay, both did build the Apollo program, but only Cyrus had started to get his spaceship parts. And the Apostolic Palace not even built, United Nations built by Cyrus. Before we go and take a look at the cities though, go exit here. And before I click on cities for Willem, I also have to mention that there is indeed a new record set in this game. It is Cyrus with a GNP, gross national product, of 12,764. The old record was 11,386. So Cyrus has set a new record for GNP. Congratulations! Now let's go take a look at the cities. Let's look at Willem's cities first. He has 18 of them, sort by population. Deventer, Leeuwarden, Delft, 2020-19, and some more 19 cities as well, pops. I mean, they are very happy. Some of them are unhealthy, but base food is in the high 30s, 40s, and then low 30s and stuff. We have also some good base commerce, 99 in Deventer, but 124 in Delft, 102 in Rotterdam, 104 in Amsterdam, so very good numbers here. When it comes to production, there are some good productions here, 55 in Deventer for Ironworks, 51 Security Bureau in Hertogenbosch, or however you want to pronounce it, library, for 56 in Groningen. Okay, these are the numbers for Willem. Let's go take a look at Cyrus's numbers then. Let's go to Cyrus. Okay. And then we look at his 28 numbers. Sort by population, and we are at the top. We see Persepolis and Borashian 24, Gordium, Istakar 23, and we see down here, very, very happy all of them, and good health in all but a few cities that are a little bit unhealthy. And Hasanlu is actually going to shrink in a 4 turns time if he doesn't do anything about it. 160 base commerce in Persepolis, 105 in Borashian, 127 Tarsus, Turing Tepes, 108, 107, 109, 112, 113, 111, 103, a lot of triple digit numbers here. There is no wonder that you were so quick when it came to late game culture. And we see here, actually in -1, I actually forgot to look at this. -4 turns ago, or 4 turns, 1 turn, 19 turn, minus means that it has already reached legendary. Production 106 for a dry dock in Tarsus, 88 for an airport in Merv, and you see a lot of other good stuff as well. Globe theaters being built in Persepolis. Tushpa, pop 8, let's go to the bottom, let's see Tushpa, and then there is Sardis and Darius Kabir as the 2 cities on page 2. Spoiler alert, results and updated league tables follows after this screen. The updated league tables then show us Willem van Oranje number 6 with 9 points and a positive 15 score turn difference, Cyrus number 9 with 8 points and a negative 21 score turn difference. Tomorrow there are 2 games, the last 2 games in the 8th round for the 3rd division, De Gaulle versus Brennus and Stalin versus Montezuma. Don't miss out on tomorrow. I am Kjotleik, this has been the Noble Leaders League. I hope to see you back tomorrow for some exciting action.